Hello, this video will be about the recall of the double springs from Glock. They had problems when they came out with the double springs on the Generation 4 models, and I had a lot of them, and I went to my dealer and I made a list with which model, and I hope you see it in the video. There is always the old and the new double spring, and they do not only change the double spring, they also change the ejector. Here you see my chart, and nearly every model had the old double spring. I also have the date when the firing proof was made, and I think that the problem stopped in 2011. As you see, I have a Glock 21. It is from January 2012, and there were out of stock the new springs installed. Hope you can read everything on the chart. I didn't have problems with the old double springs, but they are for free. Glock changes them when you ask, and I went to my gun dealer, told him which models I have, and he gave me the spare parts. There would also be gun dealers who will install the parts for you. If you want to do it yourself, field strip the pistol, make sure there is no round in the chamber, pull the trigger, take off the slide, and here you have the double spring. This is already the new double spring. You see the number on Glock 34. The number should be 042. Hope you see it in the camera. I have here the old double spring. Old double spring had the number 022. Hope you can see it. And when you look at the double spring, there is this little metal cap. Hope you see it in the video. Here is just plastic, and then is the spring. And here you have the plastic, and then a metal cap, and then the spring inside this cap. I do recommend to change this double spring, especially in the Glock 34 Generation 4, because when you look at the slide, I hope you see it, the spring isn't, take out the barrel so you can see it better, there isn't a hole ring for the spring, and so just plastic could go through this little part here, and with the metal cap there should be no problem. I'll show you the Glock 17 to compare, the slide of the Glock 17 to compare this for you. When you look on the slide on any other Glock than the 34 or the 35, there is a whole circle, and there will be no problem with just the plastic on the double spring, but it also will be better with this metal cap, and this holds the spring correctly. Changing the double spring is pretty easy. Field strip the pistol and install the new double spring. Glock didn't only change the double spring, they also changed the ejector. This is the new ejector on my Glock 34. It has the number here stamped. It is 30274. Hope you can read it in the video. And when you go to your dealer, he will give you the complete part. So there is the possibility to change the complete part, but the plastic part is exactly the same, new and old model. This is, by the way, the old extractor. Old extractor on 9mm models has the number 336, and you see the different shape. This is the old ejector, and this is the new ejector. If you want to change the ejector yourself, you can just change this metal part, or you have the possibility to just change this metal part. And what you do is push out this bolt with the Glock tool. If you have back straps on it, take it off, and then you can lift the complete thing, and you see the metal part goes until here. And now you can pull this part out with a plunge, and you have the old ejector in your hand, and you can put in the new ejector. In my case it is the new ejector, so just push it in the plastic part the complete way. Put the whole thing back in the grip, reinstall the back strap, and push the bolt in the grip. And the new ejector is installed. All you have to do now is put the slide on the grip, and you have your problem with the Glock double springs solved forever. Once again, my chart. Here you see the old number of the recoil spring, the new number of the number of the new recoil spring, number of the old ejector, number of the new ejector. This is the date when the Glock was proved from the government, and you have these letters on your Glock, and with these letters you can find out which month and which year it was proved, and normally this is also the date when it was manufactured. So I hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time. Bye bye.